reading kids, writing reports, and the arithmetic of who should be where when. It's what the school day consists of for Midland Police Department's officers, Matthew Burchert and Jeremy Davis. They are the new school resource officers for Midland Public Schools.
As a school resource officer, my job here at the school is a couple of different things. First and foremost, it's really to build relationships with the students. The other thing is the police department comes here anyway to handle complaints. So if we're going to have an officer come here anyway, it's nice to have an officer that actually knows the people, that knows who's involved with who and who talks to who, so that when you're trying to solve complaints, you already have that rapport built and you can get the job done more efficiently and more effectively.
Officer Matthew Burchert spends his time at Dow High School, while Officer Jeremy Davis is a Midland High chemic.
The day could consist of anything from going into a government class, helping to teach stuff about search and seizure, maybe going into a health class, talking to the students there about some of the drunk driving, the effects, the causes of alcohol, or you could just talk to a few students who are having problems. They're just arguing about one thing or another, and it's getting to the point where it might escalate and turn into something more, and it's just good. You can have contact with both of the students and say, hey, you need to step back and resolve this like adults instead of getting into a fight.
The desire to have school resource officers in the schools has been on the mind of Police Chief Jerry Ladwig for some time now. Midland was one of the few communities in this area not utilizing school resource officers.
Well, it's something that we've been talking about as a police department for a long time, and actually the schools as well. And things finally worked out that this year we were able to make it happen, and we were able to get those school resource officers in there. They're beneficial in a number of different ways. One way for us especially is we've had a very successful DARE program for the last almost 20 years. And this is just another extension of that, to bring DARE as a bridge to the rest of the school system, both through the middle schools and the high schools.
And the schools have jumped right in to support Officers Davis and Burchert, providing them with their own offices right here in the school and computers. Becoming part of the school culture is an important part of the job.
If you really build a relationship with them and show that you care about them, you're interested in what they're doing, you're interested in how their lives are going, how's their schoolwork, what sports they're interested in. If you can build those bridges and make those connections with the kids, then they feel more comfortable talking to you. They feel like you actually care about them, and they will talk to you and tell you what's going on.
So getting into high school, having contact with the students here in a high school setting, just being more open and approachable, letting them know, we're not some robot in a car. We're approachable. You can come talk to us. We're real people as well. So that's kind of the goal, just to, as a partnership, build a bond, just continue a bond that was started in the 5th grade and just reestablish that again in high school.
And school rivalry doesn't end on the playing fields. Each school thinks they have the best resource officer around.
Well, Officer Davis has been very involved here at Midland High School. Just last Friday, for example, he participated in our Spirit Assembly. And I'm not certain that Officer Burchert has run the flag for Dow High, and if he hasn't done that yet, I'm not sure that he can say he is the better resource officer.
With Officer Burchert being over here, I think we have been very blessed, gifted, due to the fact that Officer Burchert does have some experience with these kids due to his experience with DARE. He has a connection that certainly does help. He has a connection with these kids, and the kids basically feel comfortable in giving him some information.
And as the last bell rings for the day and the kids are off and running to home, practices, and homework, the officers say there's a sense of fulfillment in the work they've done at the school that day.
And when you deal with the students, if they're happy, they show it. If they're not happy, they show it. And the neat thing about working with them is at the end of the day, you feel like you made a difference.
Working the road patrol, I don't want to say you get burned out, but it's just constantly, it's negative contacts. People don't call you because their son or daughter got straight A's on their report card and they want to tell you about it. They call you because there's problems, and they're not happy that you're there and they have to talk to you. So you go from having a lot of negative contacts to all of a sudden coming here and having pretty much nothing but positive contacts. I mean, student body, the teachers, as I said, and parents. Everybody seems to be very happy that I'm here. and very well received here at the high school. So to put in one word, it's been nothing but refreshing.
In addition to spending their time in the high schools, the officers also make the rounds visiting and speaking to elementary and middle school classrooms. Great job, Officers Burchert and Davis. Word has it you get straight A's on your report cards.